Hello everybody and welcome to the Throwback Gaming Lobby. Be sure to grab some popcorn, kick back, and enjoy because the lobby is open and that means it's time for a brand new video. And in the last video, we started our Gecko 64 Let's Play, and we were able to do the first mission for Scream TV's Smellraiser level, and we're going to continue and finish off the series of missions. We're going to do both of the last missions here. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the 5 blood coolers mission, which is probably the longest and I guess the most difficult one. It's not really hard to begin with because this is an early level, and you know, this is a really good way to do a lot of basic IPM, which for those of you who don't know what that is, that means introduce, practice, and master. It's a sort of a game design term, I think, in general, that I learned in college. It basically means when you start off a game, hey, you're going to learn a little bit about what the controls are, introducing it. Then you're going to be able to practice it a lot in these levels, meaning you get a little bit familiar with them as you keep going. And then, of course, by, you know, at some point in the game, you're going to master it. It'll almost be second nature as to what the controls are and what you need to do. So, of course, as you guys remember, you want to collect those collectibles as much as you can early on. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here and see what's up here, because doesn't look like there's anything on this side. I think it's no, camera keeps clipping on me.
You suck.
It's the wrong room. So as you guys may or well know, you have to examine every little area. So obviously the one I just tried didn't really do anything, but that's okay. We're gonna attack this little pumpkin guy over here, get some of the skeleton collectibles. And this time, we rode the carpet last time, but we didn't actually stay on it, because we didn't really need to. But this time we do, because as you guys can see, blood cooler number 1 is over on that side, and the camera is clipping on me. That's the annoying camera thing that I mentioned before. But, as you guys can see, there's also a red TV, which will give you fire, which will put you on fire. It'll make you also immune to certain attacks. So we'll just do that. And grab these skull heads. Okay, and that's actually a little glitch. The power-ups that were... the collectibles on the wall vanished when I collected the required number to cap off the 30. It's not supposed to actually vanish, but it did, so... did I miss a blood cooler back there? No, I didn't. So I'm going to keep on moving here and go over here and grab these. And I do want to have you guys hear a couple of the Gex quotes, but I obviously don't want to, you know, not be able to post this for you guys. So this is blood cooler number 2 right over here. Now, okay, it's not letting me turn the camera, but I could have sworn there was a third one in here. Maybe not. I may have missed it, honestly, and if I did, that's okay. I'll just do the haunted elevator, but... Alright, so... I know the third one's down here. I remember that from the last video that I did, so I'm going to just leave that one for later, along with those collectibles, because now I don't need to collect the, you know, what was it, the 50 collectibles after this again, but as I mentioned before, I do want to stock up on lives, so make sure to do that. This is blood cooler number 3. So that's... Nope, I didn't miss any. So that's the third one that you need, and this one you have to kind of backtrack a little bit, because the final blood cooler, I only have 3, but I left one behind on purpose. The 5th and final one is right before the end of the Haunted Mansion mission, which basically means that you have to run through the entire level, and you have to backtrack, because the final, well, even the final blood cooler and the TV, okay, is in that back room with the, that zombie thing there, where you have to step into the light for the first time. So this is the 4th blood cooler, or 5th, depending on what order you went in. Don't forget the extra life, and we're gonna go back. I'm just gonna skip all that, because I don't need to deal with that.
So there's axes. I'm just gonna run through, and yeah, I mean, this is actually iteration here because, of course, in the later game, they actually have a way to boost the health system, but they just kind of leave it as a maximum of 4 hits, which is not a big deal because, of course, not the biggest deal in the world. But this is, of course, the last blood cooler that I'm going to go ahead and grab. And if you guys like what you see, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget that. Okay, and we're going to just jump in the TV. Get in there. Yes, it is. Alright, so that's the second mission. Now I'm going to show you guys the final mission in this level and the hidden remote. And this is probably, in my opinion, the easiest. I'm just going to resume play. The easiest hidden remote to get. So, if you guys haven't already noticed, maybe not with my big mouth, but there's the hidden remote. And you can only get this hidden remote by doing the haunted elevator mission. That is also something to know. But, of course, a reference to Here's Johnny, the classic Jack Nicholson quote. But certain quotes that Gex says in certain levels only appear in certain levels. So, like, for example, I don't think he says, "Here's Gexy," anywhere else. Just a little interesting fact. And so a couple of the things I was telling you guys earlier is that the PlayStation version, this is the one I'm doing now, that's much different than the N64 version. A couple of differences. The start menu that I showed you guys in I fell. In the last level, when I started the game, was actually not in the N64 version. So, that whole start menu that, you know, it kind of shows you a little bit of, like, future levels, and it has that whole, like, start game, load game thing. That is not present anywhere in the N64 version, and again, it could just be because of the memory. Now, here's what you do for Ride the Haunted Elevator. I'll jump back into what I was saying before, but basically you push this bookcase, go in here, hit the lever. So, as I was saying before, that game intro was not in the N64 version, and again, it might just be because of the memory restrictions and the sizing restrictions of, like, the entire game file as a whole. Maybe because N64 cartridges didn't, of course, hold as much memory as the PlayStation discs, of course, did. So that was something that I think they had to cut out. In addition to that, there are a lot of Gex sayings that are repeated a lot in the N64 version, and it can become very, I don't even think I heard that one before, the Tim Burton one. But a lot of the quotes repeat on a loop more often than usual. So in the N64 version, this can become very annoying. But in the PS1 version, there's a lot more quotes that they have to work with, so they were able to balance it out easier. Now, of course, for the haunted elevator, you go in these double doors and let nature run its course. And you'll watch these pictures kind of move downwards. You see Mona Lisa become kind of like a snake Hydra monster over here. But yeah, a lot more quotes that Gex utters in the PlayStation 1 version. But before you get this, everyone sometimes forgets to get the hidden remote, which all you need to do is go down here, jump down, and of course go right there and grab it. Definitely important to do. So it doesn't become as annoying with the N64, the PS1 version, as opposed to the N64 version. But the N64 version does have a level that is not in the PS1 game, believe it or not. Like the Titanic level, which is actually really difficult because of the swimming scheme and the swimming controls. That can actually be really, really difficult. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this level and finish up this area. And As you guys see on the TV, it says Resco. I didn't even realize that. But if you guys like everything that you saw in this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up down below, and as always, have a great night. Don't forget to stay humble.